To the failures of last year's playoff, it's your name that comes up. How much fuel do you get from those kinds of questions?
I got enough motivation. I got it out the mud. I went to Lehigh University. You know what I'm saying? No one's ever been drafted from there before. So for me, it's just about showing what I can do every night and keeping the door open for the next mid-major.
Getting it out the mud means unconventional. The starting place wasn't ideal. Against all odds, people did not choose you to win. People didn't say you. People said you needed to be a part of this group or do this certain thing in order to get this outcome, and you didn't fit that description of someone that would be worthy of getting that outcome. But you desire to get that outcome. Who would have thought that some scrawny kid from Lehigh University will go on and play for the Portland Trailblazers? Nobody but CJ. That's it. Everybody else was telling him the exact opposite. That's what he's talking about when he talks about getting it out the mud. And it's funny because though he's saying that, you can read that on paper and not feel anything. But when you heard his voice weakened a little bit because it meant something to him, because he knows about going against the odds. He knows not being the highly touted blue chip McDonald's All-American. He knows about not being picked to make it from the start. And I think that's powerful. So today I'm going to give you two stories that I think will help you. But before you get these two stories, you need to make sure that you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, because the stories will not make sense if you do not follow me on Instagram and TikTok. But most importantly, today I want to go over these stories because I want you to adopt that mentality that CJ has talked about. I want you to adopt that mentality because some of you have this mindset that if it's not perfect and it doesn't guarantee success, then if it doesn't guarantee my outcome that I desire, then I shouldn't even try. I shouldn't even try. If it doesn't guarantee that if I show up to this class, if I'm not guaranteed to pass or I'm not guaranteed to get an A, then why try? If I'm not guaranteed to get playing time, and if I'm not guaranteed to be able to talk to this girl, then why try? And my thing is, I want you to adopt this mentality that CJ's talking about. It's about getting out the mud. It's unconventional. It may be unconventional about how you started. It may be less than desirable as far as your starting place. You may not be picked to make it, but to realize that that's not important. How you finish is more important than how you start. And everybody doesn't have to think that you have a chance. You shouldn't concern yourself with that, number one. But number two, to have that mentality is something that will serve you not only as a student athlete, but also as a human being, also as a person that wants to achieve any goals. To have that mentality of you're going to get it done by any means necessary. It doesn't matter how you got started. You better go get this done. If you have that, then good. This video is going to sharpen that even more so. But if you don't have that, good as well, because I'm about to give it to you in this video. Hoop loud. Yes, indeed, Big Brother Bear here to give you all that you want and what you need. And listen, me starting out, I failed the 6th grade. Then I failed the 8th grade. I was put in special education classes. I was not picked to make it at all. In fact, if it wasn't for basketball, I wouldn't have graduated high school. Right? I was put in special education classes so much so that my younger sibling, who's 6 years younger than me, could do my homework. I'm in 6th grade, this person's in 1st grade, and that person could do my homework and did my homework. That's how bad I was as far as academically. If it wasn't for basketball, I wouldn't have graduated high school. When I got to college, the only reason I was able to play basketball in college was because my then coach had a relationship with my high school coach, and they gave me a shot. I redshirted my first year, walked on, paid my way, and then every year after that, I got it paid for as far as the scholarship was concerned. I tell you that story because it wasn't conventional. I tell you that story because it wasn't ideal. I tell you that story because my starting point wasn't something ideal enough that someone says, okay, I want to start like he started. Nobody wants a story like that, but the problem with a lot of people is they want to be a guarantee of success before they try, before they attempt. Because if they attempt and don't get that success, then they feel like it was all worth nothing. So my first story I want to tell you, again, you need to add me on TikTok and on Instagram for these stories that make sense. It's under Hoop Loudy. The mascot for this channel, his name is Stretch. And me getting stretched out in front of people is a big deal. Like it's very tough. It's very tough. I'm trying to get more people to know about it. You know, we chose a giraffe. We chose a giraffe because a giraffe is the only animal that has an aerial perspective so it can see the big picture, but feet are flat on the ground so it doesn't lose context or reality. Seeing the big picture is important because now you can see the potholes that individuals have fallen in before you. But not losing context of reality is important as well, because you want to be realistic in your approach. And that's the same thing we want for our student athletes. That's the same thing that I have for this channel. That's the same thing that I have for you. So anytime I see an opportunity to do so, I try to get on it. So I don't know if y'all remember, it was maybe a couple months ago, where on ESPN there was a deal about another famous giraffe that just came out of the scenes. This giraffe was called Giraffe James, and basically what the creators were doing was they were drawing everything that LeBron James was doing on his Instagram page. They were drawing it, but they were making LeBron look like a giraffe. This thing takes off, goes viral because ESPN mentions it. I watched them grow. So when I was first told this, I was at work and they was like, "Hey Bell, this guy's doing something with a giraffe." I said, "For real?" And I looked it up, and he had like 10K followers. Literally in one day he grew 100K followers. So I said, "Bell, what can we do to get Stretch on this? Because he's a giraffe, I'm a giraffe, like we can make this work. Like hopefully I can help ride that wave, and there's gonna be more people that's gonna be able to see the brand." That's why it makes sense in my mind. That's what I was gonna do. So on the spur of the moment, I went out, I took Stretch outside. I said, "Look, we're gonna try to ride this wave." So I had a sign that said, "Giraffe James, I'm your long lost brother." He was dribbling around, he was doing this other stuff. And I thought that was gonna, maybe I can like catch that wave and I can get some people to see the brand on Hoop Loudy on the Instagram page and just get more eyeballs to it, so they can see what we're doing and so we can help more student athletes. So I put myself out there. Follow me now. I put myself out there hoping that I was going to get a result. I thought it was a guarantee of success. I thought this person was going to help me, because I put myself, listen, I stuck myself out there. I went up there and I shot this video, and it was some creativity and all this and all that. So you would think that he would tell me, "Hey, good looking out, I'm gonna put you on my feed. I'm gonna tag some people. I'm gonna help you out, man. We giraffes gotta stick together." I don't know, something. I was hoping that was gonna be the case. It wasn't the case. This person didn't even respond to me. I shot him a doggone message, and he responded with like an emoji, like 2 emojis, and that was it. Another story as it relates to Stretch is here recently. If you look on my TikTok, I have a video of Stretch being on the he's on a treadmill, he's dancing or trying to dance, right? That video started by me headed to the gym. Now the gym that I shot this at is literally 1.5 miles away from where I live, one way. And that's not a problem, right? That's not a problem. Just hop in the car and it's no big deal. You'll get there in a matter of seconds. But here's the big deal. I don't have a car, because when it was coming to building this brand, building this company, building this YouTube channel, I decided very quickly that I wanted to buy a giraffe instead of a car, because I knew that I could rent a car before I could rent a giraffe. So I put all chips ahead. I said, I'm gonna get this doggone giraffe, and we'll worry about the car later. So I'm walking this doggone giraffe to the gym in the bag, walking to the gym, right? 1.5 miles one way. So even a person that failed in 6th grade can tell you 2 of those is 3 miles round trip. So I get there. Here's the thing about this whole story that I want you to pick up. No one told me they were going to do this for me. I showed up at the gym, and I knew I was going to work out until 9. It closed at 9. I said, you know what? I'm going to ask the person who's running this gym, would they be able to record this for me? Knowing that they may say no. They may say, nah, bruh, nah, this is weird. Like, not every day that we see people bring giraffes in our gym and want to get on a treadmill. And we don't want to film this because we don't want to seem like we're a part of the company, yada, yada, yada. It could have went bad. It could have been bad. But I bring this up because I put myself out there. A lot of you will not try because you want some type of guarantee of success before you do so. And I'm telling you, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. All right? Like, you're going to be in situations, whether it be your classes that you're in, there's no guarantee that you're going to get an A in that class. There's no guarantee you're even going to pass that class. But you got to step up to the plate anyway and go for it anyway. Show up anyway. Go to class anyway. Even if it relates to going out for a basketball team. Some of you won't try out for a team because there's not a guarantee for success. What I'm telling you is when you have this mentality of getting out the mud, it's going to be less than ideal. It may not be perfect how I got started, but it's all about how I finish. When you have that mentality, you don't care about any of that other nonsense. Some of you won't get started because it won't be perfect and it doesn't guarantee success. And I'm telling you to show up anyway. I walked that doggone giraffe to that gym one way, a doggone mile and a half. And there's some people that would have said, I'm not going to do this because I don't have a car. I'm not going to do this unless everything is laid out perfectly. And if everything is laid out perfectly, then I'll do this. I'm not going to start my YouTube channel until I get the perfect camera. I'm not going to apply for this scholarship until I have this perfect deal. I'm not going to talk to this girl until I have this. That's not how it works, and that's not how it should work. Realize that your starting has nothing to do with how you finish. You can get in there and make it work. You can get in there and have this mentality that you're gonna make it work regardless of your starting point. Everybody has a starting point. They're not all the same. Some of them are more ideal than others. And that's fine, that's okay, but I don't want you to count yourself out. I don't want you to get yourself in situations where you miss out on opportunities. See, me, myself, when I started off, as far as the scholarship is concerned, I didn't care where it was at. You could have gave me a scholarship to doggone University of Saudi Arabia. You could have gave me a scholarship to University of doggone Australia, University of wherever. My whole motto was, if you're paying, then I'm staying. That was my mentality. All right? So some of you, you are missing out on opportunities because it's not ideal. You're missing out on opportunities because it's not perfect. You're missing out on opportunities because people are not catering to you. Everybody's not going to cater to you. Everybody's not checking for you, and that's fine. That's totally fine. But I don't want you to miss out on opportunities because you are, I don't know, too fancy to go out there and get it out the mud, to go out there and get it how you live. That's what I'm talking about, because regardless, there's anybody who's going to give me a shot, I was going to go for it. And I don't want to make it seem like everybody's going to get a full ride scholarship, because that's not the case either. Some people don't get a full ride scholarship. That's okay. But anybody's going to give me an opportunity to put a doggone jersey on for a university, I was going to be there. I was going to be there. And you got to figure out if that's going to be your mentality, or you're going to continue to have this mentality of, oh, if it's not perfectly manicured for me, I can't show up because I don't want to look bad in front of my friends. I don't want to look, dude. I started this YouTube channel with a camera that's a lot less expensive than the one you looking at me on right now. I started this YouTube channel with this board. Look at my first YouTube channel video. This board was not done. I started a YouTube channel anyway. I started it anyway. This board was not done. I had in my mind how I wanted to look, but I started anyway because I knew that my starting point had nothing to do with my finish line. Get it out the mud, get it how you live, and realize your starting point has nothing to do with your finish line.
Loud E.